All right, let's try this one more game because I really didn't like how the other one was turning out. I felt like I was rambling too much. So, welcome to the video. This is gonna be a new section on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna see how well this is received. This could be for someone that's really loving the series or just want to get into the fandom even more, or someone that wants to go around and have more knowledge. Okay. Because this is gonna basically be me talking about Deku on season 1 and trying to do a little bit more of a deeper take on his character and why his character was made the way it was from everything I was able to glean from, season 1 and from, my numerous of rewatches because of me doing what ifs months back and stuff when I started this channel. So let's talk about Izuku Midoriya, right? First things first, let's get all the basic stuff out the way. We're going to talk about, he obviously was quirkless, and I will have a quirk video pretty soon, just explaining the gist and the rundowns of quirks. But quirkless in a world where everyone has powers. So in this, I'm going to be doing a lot of comparisons to him and Asta potentially. So anyways, why was Deku so soft? Why was Deku not, saying, forget these bullies. I'm going to push past my limits, go plus ultra and all of this stuff, right? Well, let's take into account that the dude that made my hero, I can hear his name in my head, but pronouncing it, I'm not even going to do that one to myself. He took a lot of influence off of Spider-Man, okay? So with that being said, Spider-Man, dude was very weak at one point in time, got bullied, got punked, and then he got bit by a magical spider. Not really a magical spider, I'm joking. I don't want none of the spider heads to come at me and be like, off with his head and his shadow, get him. But we can easily understand that part off the front. He might be, getting some inspiration from there. Also, we gotta, look at it from a marketing or like a viewer standpoint. Not everyone, even though we're looking at it from a viewer and an anime consumption point of view, we gotta change the perspective just a little bit from what I would say, because not everyone's gonna have the strong will. Okay, so let's put this in a scenario where it's just you, right? You get told your whole life you'll never be able to be You'll never be able to be a sumo wrestler, or you'll never be able to be a basketball player because you're not tall enough, or because you're not genetically advanced enough. You don't have the good genetics, or you're not meant to do that because it's not what you're kind supposed to do. Okay? And just to throw this out there, if you get offended, I can't help you. For example, if someone said, all right, you can't be in the army because you're a female. Now, some things are bare bones. Yes, you could still be in the army if you're a female. But if I had the choice of a muscular man and a muscular female to come save me if I needed help for whatever reason, I would prefer the guy. Now, we're not talking about stuff like that. Just for those naysayers out there, okay? But what we're talking about is if you're trying to be a basketball player and you're under, like, you're five something, right? You're 5 feet. You get told you can't do it. You're not going to magically get a magical growth spurt and just do it, or something to this effect. So if the average person got told they can't do their dreams, which happens all the time, most people will believe it, and most people will just like give up on their dream completely. So we got to take into account that Deku meeting One for All, off chance and just because, was one, lucky, okay? But at the same time, he didn't just meet him by 100% luck. He needed to be saved by the sludge villain. And so then Deku said, all right, bro, can I still become a hero without a quirk? So if All Might said, yeah, bro, give it a shot, dog. I believe in you, right? He would have still did something. Okay, and this is where now I would draw conclusions in references to Asta, because Asta, he was training. Okay, there's no way you're telling me this dude is intelligent as Izuku Midoriya is. There's no way you're telling me that he wouldn't have thought of doing physical training. Like, that just wouldn't make any sense if you're analyzing quirks. So if All Might said, yeah, probably, or gave any inkling of hope, that he still could do this without having, powers, I think he would have probably went down that road, okay? But All Might was like, look, dog, I'm not trying to, crush your dream, but realistically, bro, there's way too many powerful quirks out there for people that have quirks. So you having no quirks? Me personally, yes, I would have liked if they went down with the road where he stayed quirkless. Because of the simple fact is, it would have added more to the story of saying anyone can become a hero. And that would have changed, the society standpoint. Now, we also have to take in the in-world universe and how we need to look at it. Like, for what I mean is, we need to understand that quirkless people are already looked down upon. It's almost kind of like a racial type thing. So we got quirkless people and people with mutations that make them look villainous, or people with quirks that make them look, or the quirk is like villainous or evil. Like if I had a darkness quirk, people would look at me kind of funny. But if I had a lightning quirk, or if I had a quirk that gave me bigger muscles to allow me to punch my foes harder, that'll be looked a good upon too. But generally speaking, most people want to be hero or hero-like, all right? While not understanding, while some, like for example, the sludge villain. If the sludge villain said he wanted to be a hero, how many people would really look at this dude and be like, shut up. Shut up. So you're telling me this dude wouldn't have gotten bullied if we're looking at it from that point? So imagine someone, they can always say, at least she's got a quirk, but seeing a quirkless dude saying this. So we're going to get into Bakugo on another episode, but I can see this. People get told they can't do their dreams all the time and they believe it, but Deku didn't give up. I didn't like all the crying and all the stuff he was always doing and stuff, but Deku didn't give up. When he was younger, he stopped Bakugo, or at least attempted to stop Bakugo from bullying. When the sludge villain, once again, he could have said no, right? The sludge villain was attacking Kachan. He could have been like, nah, dog, I almost got rolled up. GG's, dog. Plus, you bullied me. But you know what he did instead? He said, yeah, I'm gonna save my friend. Like, he went for it. He still tried to pursue his dream, even though he was the only one to do something while everyone shunned him. Once again, this is looking at it a little deeper. Bakugo was getting praise only because of his strong quirk, but Bakugo was making more of the issue. Like, if you rewatch, I want to say episode 2 or 3, I want to say. If you watch, Bakugo is the main reason why the fire started in the first place. But since he had a strong, flashy like quirk, people said, hey, bro, good job, dog. You did your thing, dog. You held out. But since Deku didn't have a flashy quirk or had a quirk to work with at all, okay, and he still went into it, people are just going to look at him. That was stupid. You could have got yourself killed. If Deku had more of a backbone, he's like, but I didn't see none of y'all doing anything. Ah, okay. It's because I'm quirkless, huh? No pun intended. So we got to give him a little more props. He could have easily gave up. And on top of all this, going off of season 1 alone, it's not like the power he got was like the boost that would allow him to defeat the 5 ancient gods of the Dragon Kingdom that allowed him to, it wasn't even overhyped or anything like that. He got this power. But 1, he had to work out on a beach. Okay? 2, he had to work on controlling it. And 3, let's talk about this whole leg situation. Even though this isn't season 1, we have to just get this out of the way because I know it's going to possibly be brought up. Why did he not use his leg sooner? All right. In universe, it was only about like a couple of months. So you're telling me a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old, let's put it in perspective, right? You're telling me if you had a YouTuber you looked up to, Call of Duty, whatever it is for any of y'all. I say Call of Duty because most of y'all are, guys and younger guys. If he's using a sniper with an RPG, he's like ripping it up. You're telling me you're not going to try that? Like, just, if you did it, I could do it too. So you're telling me in a world of superpowers, he's 15 or 16, seeing someone, punch and just punch his enemies, he's just not going to do that? Like, he's going to be like, all right, it worked for All Might. And he looks up to All Might, so he's trying to emulate All Might. That's what you're telling me? You telling me it's stupid? And it might take him some time? Yes, I would have preferred it because of the way I like to think. Once again, this goes into the projection fantasy. I would have preferred if he, used his mind a little more, but All Might's a brawler. Okay. He was physically, gifted, generally speaking. Okay. So that's what he's going to do. Deku, on the other hand, isn't. He's not physically gifted, or did he work out religiously before getting, All Might's power. Okay. He's more intellectual than anything. This is why he came up with the technique, shoot style. This is why he started to use his legs to begin with, because he was like, all right, I'm not All Might, so I need to think of something that works for me and me alone. Okay. So we have to put it a little more in perspective for that. But back to his main character issues, and most people talking about how, he's soft, he's this, he's that. One, he never gave up on his dream. Okay. He had to work for all the stuff he's doing now in later seasons. And at the same time, he saved his bully. How many people can say someone was bullying them and they came out of their way to save the bully from getting something bad happening? Most people would try to do something indirect to their bully to get payback. So Izuku Midoriya's character isn't really as bad as, most people, say it is. Okay. So we're going to do season 2. But before I cut it off, let me just run through one more thing. If you was able to finally become the YouTuber you dreamed of, or if you were able to finally do it because somebody came through and helped you, but you had to figure out how to use the information they helped you, and you were able to do everything you wanted to do, you telling me you wouldn't be crying a little bit, even if it's not physical tears? You telling me you wouldn't be a little bit more happier? Like, yes, because it's something you wanted to do, but you never truly thought you'd be able to do it because your whole life you've been told you couldn't do it. You're not really going to make money off of playing a video game. You're not going to really make money uploading videos to YouTube. So if you got the information and you were able to do it and you were gaining success, you wouldn't be crying a little bit. For Izuku Midoriya, his character, we have to put it more in perspective, because it's right there. A guy that got bullied but was able to overcome his bullies and, get help from, someone really strong, his idol. It fits for that narrative. And then to top this video off, Asta, on the other hand, which I might be always making comparisons to them, Asta, on the other hand, say, all right, bro, I'm not giving up. Even though I don't have any magic power, I'm not, giving up. I respect that show and love it a lot more. Just because that's dope. I love that idea. It vibes with me perfectly. But then again, I never got bullied. I never really got beat on. Most of the time I was stopping the bullies or telling the bully to shut up in the sense of. So Asta not giving up on his dream and, keeping it moving, that resonates with me because that's more of how I operate. So what if you did get bullied? I don't have a point of reference for other people. Asta, on the other hand, he said, I'm going to keep doing this and I'm going to push past. Now, during episode 1 or 2, where he was fighting the dude with the chains, Asta, yes, there was a brief moment he was about to give up. And then, said something and gave him his spirit back. So everyone can give up. But for the most part, Asta don't give up. And I like that. It's all about where the target audience is at for Izuku. Okay? So it might be fitted for some other people. But that's enough of that, because at this point in time, I'm just rambling. So I hope y'all know what to do. Like the video if you like the video. Sub, share, repost, all that stuff. Check me out if you want to reach me at IGN. Catch y'all later.